What's up, guys? This is me wanting to make my Magic the Gathering deck tech video today. I hope you guys enjoy. It's a white-blue deck, and it's mainly based on countering cards and stuff like that, and also getting creatures out. It's pretty much the ultimate fuck you deck of Magic the Gathering. It's great. Check it out. So what we have here, we have 13 planes in this deck, and that's the main color base, as you guys can see here. 13 white mana, as you guys can see. 13 planes right there. 13 planes we have, and we have 12 blue mana in the deck. We got one extra white because of the fact that there's more white cards in the deck than there is blue, but there's still just enough blue cards to have the 12 mana. That's the mana of the deck right there. So for the next part of the deck, we are going to get into some of the main base of the deck as well. The enchantments. We have 4 pacifisms, which, if you guys can see it right there, they are 1 mana. They're 2 mana draw, 1 white and 1 colorless, and enchant creature cannot attack or block. So this makes your enemy's creatures pretty much completely useless unless their abilities. There's another card in there that, we'll talk about that later. And then we have our other enchantments here. We have Divine Favor, 2 mana drop, also a really good card. 2 mana drop, 1 colorless, 1 white, and it gives, when it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life, and an enchanted creature gets a +1 attack and +3 defense. So that's a good card to have in the deck as well. The next enchantment in the deck is Claustrophobia. Another good one for messing your enemy's creatures up completely. And when it enters the battle, you 3 mana drop, 2 blue, 1 colorless, enchanted creature. When the enchanted creature enters the battlefield, you tap an enchanted creature. Enchanted creature does not untap during its controller's untap step, so it never untaps. It's tapped the whole game, unless the enchantment is destroyed, of course. But for the most part, it's tapped until okay. The next enchantment in the deck is Ephra's Enlightenment. It is a 1 white, 1 blue, and 1 colorless, and when it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 on an enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets flying. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you can have this return to your hand. So you give your creature a +1/+1 and flying, and then if another creature enters the field, you can return it to your hand and put it on another creature. It's a good card to have as well for the enchantments. Our next enchantment is the one I was talking about, Arrest. It is a 3-drop, one color, white, 2 colorless. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities cannot be activated. So the creature is completely useless unless this card is on it. If this card is on it, it's completely useless. It's done. We have Eternal Armor as our last enchantment of the deck. 1 white. Enchanted creature gets a +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and has first strike. So with all those enchantments, it gets a +1/+1 and has first strike. Enchanted creature. It's good. We'll get into our sorceries of the deck. We have 2 sorceries, or 4 sorceries in the deck, and we have 1 being Last Thoughts. Draw a card, and you can cipher it onto a creature. It's 4 mana draw. 1 being a blue, 3 being a colorless, as you guys can see there. Cipher meaning when the creature, you can exile it onto a creature, the creature will attack, hit the life points, and you get to draw a card again. Dawn to Dusk is our next sorcery here. It is a 4-drop, 2 white and 2 colorless. Return a target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand and or destroy a target enchantment. So not only does it have a good amount of enchantments in this deck, but it also has that to destroy enchantments and or return 1 from your graveyard, like Pacifism if they destroy it, or Arrest and to your hand. Anyway, Sea God's Revenge is our next sorcery card. It is a 6-drop, 1 blue, 5 colorless. Return up to 3 target creature your opponents control to their owner's hands and scry 1. So look at the top card of your library, decide if you want to put it at the bottom. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. we have our last sorcery here is Hidden Strings. 2 drop, 1 blue, 1 colorless. You may tap or untap a target permanent, then you may tap or untap another target permanent, and you can cipher it. It's kind of confusing. If you guys know what that really means, can you try putting that in the description for me? We're going to get into the main base of the deck. We have creatures here that we're going to get into. We have 2 Archaeomancers. They are 4 drop color, 2 blue, and 2 colorless. When they enter into the battlefield, return a target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand, and they are 1/2. They're good to have. We also have 2 Dawnstrike Paladins, which are 5 drop, 2 colorless, 2 white, 3 colorless. Vigilance, so attacking does not cause it to tap, and Lifelink, and they are 2 4s. Very good as well. The next card we have is the Air Serpent. A 5 drop, 1 blue, 4 colorless, and it has flying. You can tap 1 blue and 2 colorless to tap a target creature with flying, and it gets a 4/3. The next one, Serra Angel. Really good card. I love it. Tap 2 white and 3 colorless, flying and vigilance, 4/4. It's amazing. Basilica Guards is our next card here. 1 colorless, 1 blue, 1 white and 2 colorless. A defender, so it cannot attack, and Extort. So whenever you cast a spell, you may pay 1 white or black, and if you do, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain that much life, and it's 1/4. So when you block, it does 1 damage to a creature, but the 4 health, you know. Our next card here is Cavalry Pegasus. 1 white, 1 colorless. It is a flying, and whenever it attacks, each attacking human gains flying until end of turn. It's a 1/1. So it gives all your creatures flying, attacking humans and everything. We have lots more cards to take over, so let's just get through these as quick as possible. Artisan of Forms. It is a 2 drop, 1 blue, 1 colorless, and whenever you cast a spell that targets it, you may have it become a copy of a target creature and gain this ability. It's a 1/1 originally, so it's amazing. Vortex Elemental. Blue mana, 1 drop. 1 blue drop also gives it, and each creature blocking or blocked by it on top of their owner's libraries. Then those players shuffle their libraries. You tap 5 mana, 2 blue, and 3 colorless. Target creature blocks Vortex Elemental this turn, if able. As you can see there, it's 0/1. But if they block it, you do that, you know, you ship them. Archetype of Courage. So our next card here. A 2 white and 1 colorless. Creatures you control have first strike. Creatures your opponents control lose first strike and cannot have or gain it. And it's a 2/2. Good one. Archu of Triumvirate. 7 drop, 1 blue, 1 white, and 5 colorless. Flying, and whenever it attacks, detain up to 2 non-land permanents of creatures control. Your opponent's control. And then a 4/5. Phantom Warrior is our next card here. 2 blue and 1 colorless, and it cannot be blocked, and it's a 2/2. Good card. Angelic Wall is our next one. 1 white, 1 colorless. It is a defender, so it cannot attack. It has flying, and it's a 4. So it's a 4 defender flying. So you can block 4 flying creatures and regular creatures. Pardon my English. Kelsteel Archon. 2 white, 3 colorless. Bestow, 7 mana cost. Flying and first strike, and if you use the Bestow, it gets an enchanted creature gets a +4/+4, and that's flying and first strike, and it's a 4/4. Our next cards here are Esperia's Skywatch. 6 mana drop, 1 blue, 5 colorless, flying. When it enters the battlefield, detain a target creature an opponent controls, and it's a 3/3. Vanguard of Hermaz. So our next card, 2 drop, 2 white, and Vigilance. Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, put a 1/1 white cat soldier token onto the field. with Vigilance, and it's a 2/2. My favorite card in the entire deck, Medomai the Ageless. 6 mana drop, 1 blue, 1 white, 4 colorless, flying. Whenever this deals combat damage to the player, take an extra turn after this one. However, this card cannot attack during extra turns. It's a 4/4 with flying, so it will most likely hit them. Then you get another turn to take. Amazing. Suntail Hawk is another good one to send out right in the beginning of the game. 1/1 flying, 1 drop white. Vassal Soul, 1 white or blue, 2 white or blue, and a 1 colorless, and it's a flying 2/2. Boros Elite, 1 white drop, and when it and at least 2 other creatures attack, it gets a +2/+2 until end of turn, and it's a 1/1. Dark Slick Drake, flying. When it is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you draw a card. 4 drop, 2 blue, 2 colorless, and it's a 2/4. And our last creature of the deck, Ornitharch. We have 2 white and 3 colorless, flying, tribute 2. As it enters the battlefield, an opponent of your choice may place 2 +1/+1s on it. And when it enters the battlefield, if the tribute is not paid, you put 2 1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying into the field. And it's originally a 3/3. Good card. Let's get into the instance and then the artifact, and that'll be the end of this video, my friends. So our instance of this deck are also based mainly on drawing cards. Blue was based on drawing cards. White was based on counters. All that. Spell Rupture. Blue. 1 blue, 1 colorless. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X mana, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Cancel. Counter target spell. 3 draw, 2 blue, 1 colorless. Jace's Ingenuity. 5 drop, 2 blue, 3 colorless, draw 3 cards. Blooder Squall. 1 blue, tap a target creature you don't control. Overlord, you can do 1 blue and 3 colorless to each target creature you don't control. Each creature you don't control, so all creatures would be tapped. Ray of Dissolution. 1 white and 2 colorless. Destroy targeting enchantment, you gain 3 life. Opportunity. 2 blue, 4 colorless, and a target player draws 4 cards. Mind Static. 1 blue, 3 colorless, counter target spell unless its controller pays 6 mana of any color. Disperse. 1 blue, 1 colorless. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Dauntless Onslaught. 1 blue, 2 colorless. Up to 2 target creatures get a +2/+2 until end of turn. And Syncopate. 1 blue, an X amount of mana. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. And the last but not least card of the deck is an artifact. Elixir of Immortality. 1 colorless. Tap 2 colorless in this card, you gain 5 life. You shuffle it and your graveyard into your library. That was my white-blue deck. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you're Magic the Gathering fans, go ahead and like and subscribe. I will be doing many other deck techs of other decks that I own. This was my white-blue. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry about the quality if it's bad, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a good day. It's Pac-Man Trolls, out.